Do you ever just wake up and know something amazing is going to happen that day? Well, I am Jacqueline, and I have a little bit of a cheat sheet that makes it a little bit easier for me. I have those 4 fat cherubs you've heard me talk about. Well, on Saturday morning, January 25th, 2025, my angels began my day telling me that I had to be at a certain place with a certain attitude of expectation, because I was going to meet somebody who was going to mess up my world, to say the least. The words they used was more of was going to F up my world in the best way possible. So of course I was curious. So my angel gift is pretty specific. It's not just intuition. I actually get details, specific information, and instructions. So as the day progressed, I kept thinking, well, I got to be at this specific location at this specific night to meet this specific mystery person. But I did have some plans. A friend of mine was doing beautiful, beautiful dance at a local restaurant. Very, very gorgeous. And another friend wanted us to go and watch her perform. So I was like, okay, I can do that, but I can only do it for so long because I have to be at this place at this specific time. And so my friends were very nice, took me to go watch the gorgeous friend dance while the other beautiful friend hung out with me, and we had a nice dinner. But I was getting anxious, I was getting excited, I was getting determined to continue on. I needed to get to my next place. Now, mind you, I knew something big was happening, so I literally and deliberately dressed down. I just was wearing a simple black top, not this one, and full-length jeans and my sandals. Didn't really do a lot with my makeup. I was like, all right, we're not gonna bring a little too much extra. I'm just gonna show up and be me. And I'm gonna be conservative, a little bit more soft. So I get to this place, and my friend who had an injured ankle was just not feeling great. She was abiding by me, but didn't last very long. So shortly after she left, I'm looking over, talking to 2 of my friends, and this guy walks in. Really distinct energy. I kept calling him a peacock because he just brings a lot of zest with people coming forward. I mean, he showed up with conversation skills, let's just say, that drew in a lot of people, and his attire caught a lot of attention. So I stood at one end of the bar watching, and my angel said, that's the person that's going to mess up things that you think you have planned because of their arrival. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Why is this random person showing up at this time at this place, and this is the one that they pick? It was never a hesitation. It was very clear. So as he's talking, mingling, I'm talking to my friends. I'm watching out of the corner of my eye, observing his interactions and just letting it play itself out. Well, before I know it, my friends have left to go talk to this person, and they're having this great conversation. I myself am still staying at the other end of the bar. I am not going over there because I know the moment I cross that line, everything is going to change. So I had to stop and think about this a little bit and go, okay, am I ready to accept? You know, we all ask for what we want, and we all have these wishes, but are we willing to receive them when they arrive? So the craziest part about this is I finally did. I finally went over, not necessarily on my own free will. My friend Anna kept yelling at me and telling me to get over and waving at me, and then her husband Max is like, come on over, and they're just giggling and laughing and being like, come over, come over. So I finally go over and I start talking, and then before you know it, I'm sitting next to this person and I'm finding out about them. And we're just having a great conversation, all 4 of us. It turned into a really lovely evening. And turns out that person is from New Zealand. And that person just became a great friend. We hung out for a few days. He actually left for a while. Then he flew back and hung out for more days. We've kept in touch, and we have this long distance friendship. And we all have our busy lives and everything. But his existence into my world shifted things in me, made me think new thoughts, made me want to explore new places. And this is only part of why I'm taking this trip. It is that awareness and that clarity that people come into your life unexpectedly, but yet they were all part of the wish that I had been praying for. I had been asking for like somewhere to travel to, somewhere different. I wanted to have some fresh experiences. I love my Playa del Carmen life, but I also wanted to go somewhere different, somewhere that could be a direct flight from the US, something that was a unique exploration. Maybe a little bit of English speaking was going to be helpful since I've been in a Spanish speaking culture for quite a while. And also, it was about, okay, who can I meet that will teach me and show me more? Similar to when I decided to come to Playa del Carmen. A friend of mine said, hey, let's go to Mexico. And I said, great, I don't care where, you pick. She told me we were coming here. I didn't really even know where here was, and it changed my whole entire life. I didn't need to know a lot. I just knew that I needed to be where she suggested. And now I have built an entire community, world, and friendship here in Playa because I just showed up because somebody suggested. So this friend of mine in New Zealand suggested I go. I don't even know if I'm going to see this person. I do know that I am supposed to go to New Zealand next. And I know this because all of the details have fallen into place perfectly. And this is what happens when you follow the messages from the angels. I am so excited for this soul connection to take me to the next place. Who else am I supposed to meet now in New Zealand? I don't think I would have picked New Zealand on my own, but there were so many signs right before I met this person that my angel said was gonna F up my world in the best way possible. Was also a friend from New Zealand that we had been hanging out, my friends and I, for a couple months. So that energy was showing up a lot in my life. And then the friends Anna and Max, they had lived in New Zealand, and everybody I talked to about Auckland says it's amazing. So this all comes together in a way of saying this is purpose driven for me to live my best life. 6 months ago, this conversation sparked, and now look at it. In a month, I'm going to be on an airplane going to New Zealand, and this is how your life can shift. This is how things can change when you open your eyes, open your heart, and you make yourself available, even for the things you don't even know what you're going to do with when it happens. But showing up, arriving, and allowing for the conversation and connections to happen will make a difference. Let yourself be seen, let yourself be present, let yourself be available. I'm glad I listened to the message in the morning of January 25th because I wouldn't be having this conversation with you if I didn't listen. So keep with me on my journey to New Zealand.